Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into the transformative world of Metahuman by the revered Deepak Chopra. In this thought provoking 2019 release, Chopra challenges us to awaken to the borders of our daily reality and to soar beyond them into a heightened state of consciousness. Here, the concept of metahuman is introduced as an attainable pinnacle of existence, where our untapped capabilities are fully realized, breaking the shackles of our perceived limitations. Deepak Chopra, a former physician turned alternative health and integrative medicine luminary, has become a monumental figure in the New Age movement. His extensive bibliography includes over 80 works that have shaped modern thinking on wellness and personal growth. Among these, quantum healing and perfect health stand out as benchmarks of his influential teachings. Through the Chopra Center in Carlsbad, California, his wisdom reaches countless individuals, guiding them toward profound personal change. Metahuman is an essential companion for those who yearn for more, who sense the potential for a more profound existence, but are uncertain where to embark on this journey. It is also a beacon for individuals new to the world of meditation, who wish to push their practice beyond mere apps and into the rich tapestry of the mind's possibilities. Join us as we explore the endless opportunities to become metahuman. Metahuman, unleashing your infinite potential. Introduction. Unlock the secrets to your boundless potential and redefine your reality. Have you ever paused during your day-to-day routine, feeling a tug at the corners of your mind, suggesting there's something more to life than the mundane cycle of work and chores? It's a common sense that something grander lies beyond the veil of our perceived reality. But what if that something isn't just an elusive dream, but a profound truth waiting to be discovered? Imagine for a moment stepping into a realm of heightened awareness, where your creative, emotional, and intellectual capacities are not bound by the familiar constraints of your day-to-day experiences. This untapped expanse is not a fantasy, it's a profound state of being that you can actually experience. In this exploration, we will delve into the intriguing illusion of the reality that surrounds us, insights from out-of-body experiences that reveal the impressive scope of human consciousness, and the surprising ways in which you share a connection with the creative genius of Mozart. So, let's embark on a journey to uncover the endless possibilities that lie within you, transforming the way you perceive your existence and tapping into the limitless potential you hold. Part 1. Peeling back the curtain on our sensory illusion. Have you ever considered that the world you know might not be the real world at all? That's right. Beyond our tactile grip, beyond what our eyes present, there's compelling evidence that we are, in fact, living within a fabricated narrative of reality, and it's a tale as old as humanity itself. It's a surprising realization that doesn't necessitate futuristic gadgets for you to witness it, because you're already part of this ancient, ongoing simulation. Let's dissect this concept for a moment. Our interaction with the world is moderated by our senses. These biological tools grant us access to the environment, but they don't provide an unfiltered experience. Think of them as gatekeepers, not unbiased reporters, of the world around us. Consider the act of seeing. When your gaze falls upon a tree, what's truly happening? At a base level, there are particles at play, the fundamental elements of matter. They emit photons, the messengers of electromagnetic waves. These photons journey to your eyes, where they are perceived by the retinal tissue. It's the retina's job to create a rough sketch of these photons, which is then relayed to the visual cortex. It's only upon reaching this brain region that you get to see the tree. You recognize it as a tree because that's how you've been programmed, through a lifetime of mental conditioning, to interpret these particular waves and structures. Our brains are much like computers, categorizing sensory inputs into familiar groups: plant, tree, flower, or demarcating countless colors into neat sections like red or green. The sounds, smells, and sights we experience are all transmuted by the mind into something we can comprehend. So the fragrance in a garden is actually a dance of molecules reaching our noses and being decoded. And the symphony's harmonies are simply air vibrations that our brains translate into Beethoven's melodic genius. In this understanding, every piece of our existence is a product of the mind's intricate interpretation. It's all an elaborate simulation designed and directed by our mental faculties. Whether it's the warm aroma of apple pie or the spectral hues of a rainbow, the reality you perceive is your mind's grand performance. As we'll explore next, this simulation is more than just a sensory phenomenon. It extends into the very foundations of our conscious experience. Part 2. Behind the Facade. How Cultural Constructs Shape Our Existence. Imagine if you were told to take seriously the ancient Norse myth of a flat earth encased by a serpent. You'd likely wonder about the mental contortions required to hold such a belief. Yet this was the reality for many in the medieval period. While we might chuckle at such antiquated perspectives, they serve as a vivid reminder that our own perceived reality is equally shaped by collective mindsets and beliefs. We're not simply passive recipients of sense data, we're participants in a vast tapestry of human-constructed mental models. These models are more than just individual thoughts and perceptions. They form a complex scaffold on which societies, cultures, and personal identities are built. As infants, we begin life tabula rasa, but are quickly inscribed with attributes, labels like gender, nationality, and class, each carrying weighted expectations. These labels don't merely describe, they prescribe, influencing our perceptions and actions. We carry these identifiers throughout life like invisible badges, accumulating more as we go. Labels defining intellect, personality, and political leanings, each one further crystallizing our view of the world. They act as filters, selectively allowing certain experiences to take prominence, while others fade or remain unseen. These personal experiences are nested within the broader narratives weaved by our forebears, the constructs of mythology, religion, and the scientific paradigms that wield enormous sway over our collective consciousness. Human constructs, such as currency, national borders, and time measurement emerge from these narratives, and despite their intangibility, they have a palpable impact on our day-to-day lives. These shared mental models are a double-edged sword. While they give us a way to parse the world and our place in it, they can also confine us, tethering us to a limited understanding of what's truly possible. The stories, structures, and systems we've constructed over thousands of years are woven into the fabric of our individual and collective identities so thoroughly that they appear as unchallengeable as the laws of physics. But what if we could unravel these threads? What if we could step outside the confines of our culturally imposed frameworks and see reality with fresh eyes? The truth lies in our willingness to question and, ultimately, to venture beyond these mental constructs. To unlock our true potential, we must challenge our mind-made world and discover the authentic reality that exists just out of sight. Part 3. Embark on a journey to transcendent consciousness. As you gaze out your window and a yellow car catches your eye, take a moment to consider, is the yellow, or the concept of a car, anything more than a neatly packaged perception offered to you by your mind-made reality? These familiar objects and their descriptors are part of an elaborate illusion that we accept as the tangible world around us. But let's pause for a moment to venture beyond this illusion. Is there a truer, more immutable reality waiting to be discovered? Let's liken this exploration to an expedition along a river. In front of you, the river seems murky, muddled with debris and mire, having endured a journey of contamination and chaos. This river, with its disarray of pollutants, reflects the complex reality shaped by human constructs and fallacies. Yet, there's something utterly pure at the river's origin, a spring of crystal clear water, untouched and unstained by the clutter of downstream life. This pristine source represents meta-reality, which lies beyond our ordinary perceived reality. Meta, derived from the Greek word for beyond, points to a realm that is untainted by artificial concepts and the confines of societal narrative. It is reality in its most authentic and unbounded state, echoing with infinite possibilities. Accessing this meta-reality isn't an everyday feat. It requires the shedding of those very constructs and narratives that cloud our perception. By peeling away these layers, what you're left with is pure awareness, the raw material from which all realities are carved. This untethered awareness is meta-reality, an experience where every potential is accessible, where every imaginable path unfurls before you. Freeing yourself from the restrictive mental frameworks means no longer being just human. You'd be metahuman, existing in a state of consciousness where the infinite becomes your playground. The prospect of unlimited potential is tantalizing, and rightfully so. It sounds almost utopian. But becoming metahuman is not a fantasy. In fact, such beings reside among us, having already transcended the confines of constructed reality to embrace the infinite. Part 4. The Limitless Mind, Awakening the Metahuman Within. Think for a moment about figures who have redefined the boundaries of human capability, from the divine compositions of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, to the groundbreaking physics explorations of Richard Feynman, to the chess prowess of Bobby Fischer. Each of these individuals exhibited a profound connection with the endless expanse of possibilities. They each, in their own way, dipped into the infinite potential of meta-reality. These luminaries managed to harness the boundless variations of their respective fields, be it music, science, or chess, and through this connection to the infinite, they achieved what we perceive as extraordinary. They didn't simply excel, they transcended, becoming vessels through which the endless possibilities of the universe funneled into our world, becoming meta-human. You might think these paragons of human excellence are rarities, irreplicable models of genius far beyond the average reach. However, this isn't the case. We all have access to the universe's infinite possibilities. The sudden genius principle provides fascinating evidence of this. Consider the story of K.A., highlighted by physician Darrell Treffert. This Israeli man, with average musical skills, inexplicably became a master of musical theory overnight. This is no isolated phenomenon. Whether we're discussing inherent savants who display prodigious talents from birth, or individuals who acquire exceptional skills through life-altering experiences, the examples abound. Take those who, after neurological disruptions, emerge with uncanny abilities, the capacity to learn a new language in a flash, an unexpected artistic flair, or even mathematical prowess. And then there are cases like K.A., whose sudden enlightenment can't be traced to any prior learning or experience. So, what's the secret behind this instantaneous awakening of genius? It stems from a profound encounter with meta-reality. The sudden genius principle dismantles the myth that only a select few are born with access to greatness. Infinity isn't the exclusive domain of the gifted. Rather, it's a treasure trove open to all of us, if we can but find the way to connect with its vast potential. The golden key to this realm lies within our consciousness. Just like meta-reality, our consciousness is not limited. It stretches out endlessly. Through it, we have the power to tap into the infinite, to foster the meta-human capabilities within us, and truly realize the extent of what we can achieve. Part 5. Consciousness, a journey beyond the physical realm. It's undeniable that the brain is a marvel complex enough to baffle even the most advanced neuroscientists. Striking questions like, what exactly is a thought, stump the brightest minds. The erratic nature of thoughts, or the exact whereabouts of specific memories, elude empirical explanation. This mystery extends from the intertwining labyrinth of neurons to the profound concept of consciousness, which often appears as intangible as the thoughts it produces. This elusive consciousness is not confined within the physical framework of our brains, much less our bodies. In fact, it's an entity that transcends the corporeal, as evidenced by certain extraordinary human experiences. Consider the phenomenon known as the out-of-body experience, often recounted alongside near-death experiences. Across time and culture, those who have skirted death's edge tell of hovering above their own bodies, observing from a removed vantage point with vivid clarity, even while their physical form lies inert. These anecdotes often include detailed recounts of events witnessed during clinical death, moments when the brain shows no signs of traditional function. But you need not flirt with the afterlife to encounter the expansiveness of your own consciousness. Statistics suggest that a significant portion of people have experienced some form of out-of-body phenomenon, completely separate from near-death situations. Evidence of consciousness's reach beyond the physical takes many forms. Battlefield testimonies speak of soldiers sustaining grievous wounds without immediate pain, their consciousness momentarily severed from physical sensation, and reflect on yogis, who sit serenely in physically taxing poses, their meditation soaring beyond bodily discomfort. All signs point to one truth. Our consciousness is an untethered force, unlimited and vast. Its domain is the realm of meta-reality, where infinite potential lies waiting to be activated. But the question remains, how can we harness this expansive power? The upcoming insights pave the way toward unlocking the infinite potential of our consciousness, and with it, the gates to meta-reality. Part 6. Embrace the power of the present, a gateway to infinite awareness. In the realm of materiality, where time is but a ripple on an endless ocean, your anchor to the infinite expanse is the present moment. It is an ever-present gateway, accessible wherever and whenever you choose to engage. To embark on the path toward the infinite, the key is to firmly root your mind and body in the present, allowing the constructs of past and future to dissolve. The vessel that carries you on this voyage is mindfulness, a practice akin to a meditative awakening in your daily life. Mindfulness invites you to experience your body, your emotions, and your thoughts with a clarity and directness that is unclouded by judgment or interpretation. You may be familiar with mindfulness, perhaps imagining it as a quaint method for managing everyday stress, akin to the applications and virtual courses that have popularized it. But beyond its calming capabilities, mindfulness harbors a far more profound potential. Approach mindfulness not as a mere tool for stress relief, but as a means to bridge the gap between your current reality and the vastness of meta-reality. It is akin to using a navigational compass to explore unknown lands rather than merely finding your way back home. To begin, center yourself in the present by engaging with the foundation of your perceptions, your senses. Bask in the simplicity of light, warmth, and scent. Allow these experiences to flow over you without effort, letting your observations naturally deepen. Next, challenge yourself to expand the range of your reality. Recognize that what we perceive is merely a sliver of the full spectrum of sensory stimuli enveloping us. Cover your ears or navigate a darkened room, and notice the heightened awareness that arises from such constraints. Upon re-engaging with your usual sensory input, observe the richness that floods your perception. This moment exemplifies the plasticity of your reality, and it illustrates how you, often unconsciously, funnel and constrain your experience. As this realization dawns, a yearning to break free from these self-imposed barriers will stir within you. This desire is the first step toward connecting with the meta-reality, the essence of your true, limitless potential. Part 7. Reclaim your boundless essence by shedding the layers of illusion. With a penchant for crafting solidity out of the ether, we humans possess a remarkable ability to manifest the intangible into physical form. We anchor love in the symbol of a ring, and we grant currency to paper as a measure of wealth. This act of conjuring substance from abstraction is termed reification, and it is a skill that has a profound impact on the way we perceive the essence of being. Ourselves, at their core, are holistic, dynamic entities, not limited to the physical form that we commonly perceive as the body. Just as we are ever-evolving creatures on a cellular and molecular level, so too is the self, a vast and fluid experience that defies rigid categorization. Yet, paradoxically, we craft from this malleable experience a solid construct that we identify as our self. We build a narrative reinforced by a litany of attributes and traits, beliefs and biases, which we carry with us like an immutable suit of armor, seemingly inflexible, impermeable. To reconnect with the authentic self, the one unmarked by this varnish of reification, we must embark on the challenging yet vital quest of deconstructing these layers. It entails a profound exploration that might stretch across a lifetime. To navigate this journey, let us start with achievable strides. Begin with the insight that your worldview from birth has been interpreted through the lens of legacies and paradigms existing long before you. These inherited thought structures and societal norms distance you from the unadulterated core of who you are, the inexhaustible wellspring of creativity and potential. Challenge yourself to forge an unparalleled thought, untouched by existing thoughts from literature, cinema, or nested within pre-established memories, a thought birthed from the undiluted well of your true self. While this task might seem Herculean at first, the mere attempt unsettles the bedrock of mental conditioning that restricts your boundless awareness. This unassuming exercise is a powerful catalyst that can peel away the imposed narratives, unbinding you from the self you've been taught to accept. It's a pivotal step toward rediscovering your infinite essence that awaits, unshackled and pure, beneath the layers of accumulated illusion. Part 8. Unleash boundless ingenuity by accessing the source of all creation. Throughout history, the origins of creativity have been mythologized and shrouded in mystery, from ancient Greek deities bestowing inspiration to select poets, to the sporadic whims of a muse during the Romantic era's creative fervor. Still, these narratives miss the mark, as they look without rather than within. True creativity isn't the province of the divine or the extraordinarily lucky. It's a treasure that lies within meta-reality, within reach of each and every one of us. The creative force is a reckoning with that which extends beyond the confines of conventional reality. Consider how William Shakespeare transcended the mere words of the English language to craft masterpieces, or how Vincent van Gogh reconceived the nature of color to reimagine the world on canvas. Both Shakespeare and Van Gogh might have found themselves in the familiar grip of a mind-made reality, yet they saw through its superfluous constructs. They recognized that the dimensions of reality are ours to rearrange, that the perceived boundaries of creativity are illusory. In a realm of pure awareness, the very foundations of our self-imposed reality begin to dissolve, revealing the uncharted potential to envision and craft reality afresh. Creativity, then, isn't a dualistic phenomenon. It isn't partitioned into mental and physical realms. Rather, it is the unity of intention, concept, and action, a harmonic convergence of thought and manifestation. To awaken the creative dynamism within, begin with simple exercises in perception. Take an everyday item, like a pencil or a coin. Ponder its existence as an idea turned physical reality. Then, expand your reflection to a grander scale, perhaps the Eiffel Tower or a symphony. Each of these two started as an idea sculpted into reality, and now gaze upon your reflection, recognizing yourself as the epitome of creative force manifested. As understanding deepens, your association of creativity with its output will diminish. Instead, you will connect directly to the font of creativity, to the essence that courses through meta-reality. This is where your untapped creative potential awaits, ready for you to harness it and translate it into the world as art, as innovation, as the purest expression of your boundless self. Final summary. At the heart of our everyday existence lies a profound truth. The reality we engage with daily is but a thin veneer, one that has been meticulously crafted by human perception and societal constructs. But beyond this facade is meta-reality, a profound, boundless realm, untouched by human interpretations and constraints. Our journey towards genuine reality starts when we recognize the fallacies of our perceived world and question the structures that bind us. By doing so, we forge a gateway to meta-reality. This path requires us to liberate ourselves from the confines of our constructed consciousness and tap into the vast reaches of our innate potential. As we cultivate awareness and consciously strip away our self-imposed limitations, we evolve. We transcend our human condition and embrace the metahuman, a state of being infused with infinite possibilities and creativity. Here is where our true power resides, in the untethered expanse of a reality waiting to be discovered. It's a journey not just towards seeing things anew, but realizing the metahuman within each of us, ready to awaken. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.